つける重たい定めの石にまるで押しつぶされて、どこにも逃げられない、ひたすらあがきながらだけど諦めない、瓦礫の底に埋もれた希望のかけらたち、きっとこの手で見つけ出すさ、世界を変えるためにファイティングファイティング祈るよりもただ求められるのは前へと進む心、地べたを這いながら見上げたあの空の星を捕まえるんだ、誰も知らない未来へ揺るぎない絆と傷だらけの覚悟をまた抱きしめて歩き出す、ファイティング光を放て全てを塗りつぶせ、情熱の色で怒りも罪も力に変えたなら今を生き抜くのさ、俺たちなりの正義でファイティング安らぎに背中を向けてファイティング自分の道を信じたものだけがいつか輝ける、命の限り神にも逆らい戦い続ける不屈の魂たちよ、ファイティング戦うために細胞が見抜く魂の結晶、すごい視覚度と愛のことは踏み込む量生きびきと見たり扉の向こうに今弱き心刻む
踏みしめて君は目覚めてゆく天使の微笑みで連れ出して孤独でも一人じゃないさ生まれてきたことに必ず意味がある You can smile again 太陽浴びて You can fly away 世界は君の輝きを待ってる大地を踏みしめて君は目覚めてゆく天使の微笑みで連れ出して始まりはいつでも遅くないさ何度でも立ち上がれ夢に触れている目指したものがあるこの手は何を求めてる確かなものを探して踏み出したらそこに君は待っている幾筋もない光が
Last one. All right, I have to listen to that one. How's everyone doing today? To those that have never watched Naoki Urasawa's Monster. Watch it. Oh, Lord. How's everyone today? What are we looking at? We have 5 people watching right now. Okay, I'll take it. So today's question is Schizoid weed? 3 votes, 2 so far saying yes. Excellent. I have a feeling there's a lot of weebs in the Schizoid world, small as it is. Especially like if we're talking like Schizoids in their like 20s, maybe 30s. I think there's probably like a lot of weebs in their 20s, especially 20s and 30s. Definitely, I'm feeling like there's probably a decent amount of weebs. And I don't mean that as like the pejorative, like actual weebs, like fucking, like some cringe-tastic shit. But I mean just like anime aficionados, cultured individuals, if you will. People of that nature. I just have a feeling that it's probably more common than not amongst a lot of schizoids. I don't enjoy watching most stuff. Well, there's that. I guess that would be a no then. That's fine. I'm definitely a weeb in many senses. Not so much, in any kind of obsession with Japanese culture or anything like that, but more interested in some of the expressed emotions and archetypes and everything else that get displayed in a lot of anime, especially like a lot of shonen. Um, whether it's big name shonen or small kind of scale stuff. Just a lot of shonen ideas and absurd, just I guess the shonen equivalent of a stiff upper lip and stoicism in the face of destruction, sort of shit, or anger and rage somehow, like righteous anger or righteous rage being enough to conquer all evil and nonsense such as that nature, um, is has always been fun for me. It's always been stuff that's like, oh, it's ridiculous but fun. Um, that's not what I was going to talk about today. That's not really specifically what I'm going to talk about today. What I want to yammer on about. I have a few ideas on where I want to take the conversation and let it go wherever it goes. I wouldn't say I'm in a much better mood than I was last time I streamed. If you're here last time, I didn't really feel like talking to anyone. I just kind of was okay with answering questions and discussing stuff in chat, but it wasn't really in any kind of mood to like VC or talk. But today, I'm in more of a mood for such a thing. So I will be okay with that happening. Which reminds me, I'll jump in it now just so people know I'm in it, but I'm going to mute myself. And have it ready for when I do decide to do that sort of thing. Yeah, I'll just have it switched over. Oop, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do this. There we go. Okay. Now, if I want to display it, I can, right? Nope. I don't know what it's doing. Refresh. What are you doing that today? That's not what I'm trying to show. Why is you doing this to me? There it is. Okay, cool. Was this a normal stream day? Yeah, this is Saturday. I'm just late. I had shit to do. Normally, I do streams like on Saturday nights or Sunday nights, preferably Saturday night. It's just I didn't get to it until a bit later today because I had other appointments and things in my own life that I had to take care of and do. Looks like I'm offline. Looks like I'm back. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. God damn it. I think I'm back. Am I back? Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm back. God damn it! That one was literally just a misclick on my part. Um, I just missed. I'm just a boomer, man. I totally boomer misclicked something and fucked it up. So that one was all me. That was all me. That one, guys. I can't blame that one on anyone but my own incompetence. Apologies. Apologies for that. Oh, I'm so old. My brain is mush. Trash. Oh man, right now I look at the schizoid weeb question. We're tied right now. Half half. 10 votes, 5 each. Oof. Oof. Come on now, weebs. Represent. Represent. I'm actually back. It looks like I think I am. Somebody give me a chat if I'm actually back. Anything, I don't care what. Just type poop. This is your fault. You have to watch this. Well, you're giving me $5, so I guess I do have to watch it. So hold on. Am I even set up to watch it? Of course not. Hold on. I think I am actually. Kaka. All right, thank you. Thanks for the $5, Dumb Money Media. I will watch whatever it is that you want me to watch. Just give me one click. No, stop playing it. All right, let me switch over so that I can actually watch it. All right, let's see here. Let's see what we got. The transition did right. All right, there it goes. Okay, let's see. Let me make this bigger. Whoosh. Okay. Oh, it's not a gotcha stream. God damn it! How do I get? Where is that? Stupid text. There it is. Boop. Okay. So let's see what this is. You guys can see it. I'm hoping. Yep, 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 yep. Holy fuck! Oh no, it's wet. It's wet. Fuck. That's what he gets, man. Oh my god, dude. That's what he gets for real. All right. That was actually pretty funny. Thank you, Dumb Money Media, for the $5, whatever silly bullshit that was just now. That was fun. Yeah, that's what he gets, though, man. That's what happens when you're just like you get just too overconfident, right? You just think, oh man, I'm gonna go ahead and show off, and flip my phone, just eat shit completely. Yep, hubris is a hell of a drug. Anyway, well, a lot of people showed up. Welcome to those that show up. Okay, so I'll just get right into it because there's a lot of you right now. Okay, so what I wanted to kind of discuss a little bit today, what I was interested in kind of messing with today, while I have the chance to. Why is this doing that? Okay, there we go. I wanted to talk about the subject of, it's a subject I brought up before. It's going to happen sometimes. I'm going to bring up subjects that have been brought up before. It's the fly. And I want to bring up subjects that are brought up before, but from different perspectives, different angles. Sometimes I'll bring them back up because I haven't brought them up in a while, and I want to see if there's new people that want to contribute something that I haven't heard, or hear their experiences or ideas on the matter, and stuff like that. But the thing I wanted to discuss today is alternates of not like the pretty scary ones. I like those too, though. Alternates are cool. And what do they call them? Those bots or whatever. But next bots, right? But no, no. What I mean by alternates of communication, right? Interpersonal communication is the conventional means, but alternate forms of connecting to humankind, um, even if that's not your intention, it kind of is what's happening. But alternate forms of connecting to your fellow man, and to some degree, even if that's not like the conscious intention. Alternate forms of connecting to people, that isn't like, it's essentially a either a replacement for some may argue a better form, but I wouldn't be one of those arguing that, but some may. But a different form of connection to the outside world, to other minds, that isn't obviously the more difficult IRL connection, right? And I kind of, what are my schizo beliefs? I don't even know what that question means, Ricky, but if you could specify what you mean by that. But sure. And what is the question prompt? Okay, I'm bringing it up. I can, Ricky, so patient. Okay, so what I want to talk about, it's not really a question prompt, but it's more of an idea, is what are alternative forms of connecting to the world, to your environment, to people, to humanity, to sentient life surrounding you, whatever you want to call it, whatever is more comfortable for you, whatever cope words you like to use. Um, what is a better form or a good replacement for you? Right? What functions for you to give you some sense of connection with your outside world? Um, and honestly, what's interesting about this is that, I'll give you just kind of like examples. So see if they apply to you, your schizoid especially. Examples would be connecting to fictional characters, right? And whatever type of media you like, whether it's science fiction, like written format stuff, or TV shows, films, and as I was mentioning before, anime, stuff like that. If you're a weeb like me, I like all that stuff that I mentioned. But point is, music, even music, whatever it is, how is it that you connect to the outside world? Find some sense of connection to your external environment. And what's interesting too is that sometimes there are fully internal attempts at doing so that aren't always satisfactory, but they're still an attempt, right? So even if somebody, say, has an inner world that's really rich, fantasies, right? They're still kind of creating. They're getting pieces of the outside world and filtering them or putting them through their own system, and then producing some kind of facsimile, right? And nonetheless, it's still, oddly enough, even though it's all inside the mind, is an attempt to connect to the data that you're receiving from the outside world. Um, and a lot of that data can be social as well, right? Maybe picking apart or finding the things you do like about human interaction, and then concentrating and fantasizing about those, and kind of discarding the less um, savory portions. So that's a form of kind of an IRL connection substitute. Right? I don't like to use necessarily substitute because I'm not trying to claim that conventional IRL interpersonal connection is like the highest tier, top tier, only valid or some shit like that. Fuck no, that's dumb. I'm not saying that at all. But they would be considered substitutes to some degree to IRL connections in many people's books. But I'm wondering what those are for you, right? What those may be, even if you've never thought about it like that, right? Because I've talked to a lot of schizoids that are be like, well, I don't need outside connections. Oh, okay. Like to the world, like to people. Yeah, I don't need people. Okay. So, what do you do? Oh, um, I don't know. Old fiction. Oh yeah, that's interesting. What kind of fiction? Oh, I like classic books like Tale of Two Cities. I like Charles Dickens, and I like um, you know Mary Shelley, and I like this and that. Whatever it is. I like all these things. Hard question. I've been looking at the world through tropes and narratives. Yeah, that's what I mean, Ricky. That's exactly what I mean. That's you got it. So, and then I'll be like, okay, what about those things are so interesting? Let's just say, since you mentioned it, the tropes and narratives. Okay, those things are interesting to me. The character building, the symbolic nature of the individual characters, the concepts they represent, whatever. Right? Oh, so you connect to those things. Like those things are something you kind of connect to emotionally to some degree. It's like, oh yeah, well not people. I'm like, but not people. I'm like, no. All right. Who wrote those books? Whose emotions were poured into those stories? Where those narratives, ideas, and concepts, archetypes created within the brain of what? Right? And it's people. People made those books. People wrote those books. People told the stories. Whether they were verbal lessons that eventually translated into a variety of written stories that eventually turned into films, shows, anime, comics, video games, whatever. People did. People made those things. And every incarnation that has ever been produced, including the ones in your own head canon, was made by a person. People. So when I hear that, I go, well, you're connecting to people. You're just not connecting to people on a conventionally interpersonal level, and that's not lesser than or greater than. It is merely something that a lot of human beings do, oftentimes. But in your case, you're doing it uh, in a way that's far more kind of abstract and kind of a circumventing of the interpersonal, if you want to even say that. But a different intuitive fashion of connecting to your world and to people, whether it's like I said through a piece of media, through a piece of imagination created by your fellow man, even if you don't consider them your fellow man, or they don't feel as such. Setting LOL the other main characters. What's the OG question? I'm not sure. I don't know what you mean. Sorry, Ricky. I don't know what you're referring to specifically. You gotta get a little more concrete than that for the sake of the stream. If it was just like us talking, then I can probably fuck around with like big shit. But I can't too much because then I'll just ramble about something or another. Anyway, but every aspect of what's created, I am a schizoid weeb, absolutely. Um, every aspect of what's created in any piece of fiction that you enjoy, or music, right? Say music, right? Music's a weird one because um, it doesn't really necessarily have a story or a narrative. It's sometimes a raw emotion or idea, maybe a fully concentrated effort to express a specific symbol, right, or concept, right? People, right? Still people. It's all people. People decided on the lyrics. People, bro. Yes or no problem. I'm getting is schizoid. Yeah, that's just. Oh yeah, that's just the fun question. It's just the skilly. That's just a silly question. And I just wanted to relate it to. That's what you're saying, Ricky. I'm just relating it to my own proclivities toward like connecting to fictional things. That's all. I'm a total fucking weeb in many regards. And so, like, as far as I love myself some anime and manga, but that was kind of a way for me to connect to my external world via a artistic medium, right? Because I couldn't connect to people on an interpersonal level for a variety of reasons I've discussed often. So I guess that's how it's related to that. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it, but the question's there. You can answer it. It's losing. We got 16 votes. We got a lot of no's on the weebs. That's all right. I kind of expected that, to be honest. But I knew there would be at least some portion of them, at least a decent portion. I was thinking like at least 25% of the people that would vote would at least go. I'm a weeb. The rest of you, though, the ones that are saying you're, oh no, I'm not a weeb. Some of the Zoomers to fill up the weeb side for real. To those saying that you're not a weeb, that I'm sure you're a different kind of nerd, or fan, or whatever you want to call it. Whether it's like literary fiction or some form of media, or another. You've latched onto to attempt to connect to your environment, and some of that media could be, even if it's literary, it doesn't have to be fiction. It could also be like science, philosophy, whatever, nonfiction type stuff. It's still the means of connecting to your external world, trying to connect to what human beings have created inside their minds, and by proxy, connecting to other humans. Where do I need fiction for? I already spend my whole childhood playing video games and watching cartoons every day after school and in the weekends. I don't know what you're saying. It's just an apple. I'm not saying you need more fiction. What I'm saying is that oftentimes schizoids use fiction or other types of man-made media, human-created media, to sort of attempt to connect to their external world in some capacity, to add to their own internal narrative and mind from the outside. But what's funny, what I'm trying to say, is that a lot of that stuff that is consumed for the purposes of expanding one's internal world was created by a person of some kind. Now, you may not want to ever meet that person. You may not ever want to meet other people that like that thing. You might not need that necessarily. But my Ricky, oh my God, Ricky, really? All right, I'll read that right now. This shit's hilarious. If I read like half of it, I'm like, too funny. Point being, sometimes we connect to other forms to kind of latch onto something, when the interpersonal or the conventionally social is sometimes seemingly impossible or damaging for our well-being in many cases. Ricky says, I don't like anime for the most part. They're too good looking and they're signs of an increasingly neotenized population. I liked One Punch Man though. I don't care about population neotenization, whatever. I'm so, like, a lot of this is okay. I'm just gonna say it right now. A lot of the like concerns about, like, oh, the human population is being this or that, or it's being this or that or whatever. I'm so, like, I get somewhat concerned about very specific things pertaining to that because I am involved in that sort of thinking. I get where you're coming from, Ricky, but at the same time, I'm so, the average neurotypical person and what motivates them, which is the vast majority of the human population, is so foreign to me. As far as, like, I can understand it on a cognitive level, like I can intellectually look at it, but I don't like connect to it. I don't understand it, like experience it the same way. That I kind of run under the assumption that the world is generally going to be doing something or another socially that's never going to make sense to me. Society, whatever, Ricky. Yeah, it's not what. Never mind. All right, Ricky, you do whatever you want. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that kind of shit. That's not the kind of channel or conversation I want to have. Anyway, so yeah, I just want to I want to know more about what you guys not necessarily replace or substitute. I don't really like substitutes. I'm going to change that. I'm going to change the title. I don't like substitute. I regret the title. Hold on. Alternates. I'm going to say alternates. Alternates. I like alternates better. I don't like substitutes because that implies that it's like an inferior version of IRL connection. I wouldn't say it's inferior. I would say it's can be effective and depends on the individual, depends on the context. But I wouldn't necessarily call it inferior. I would call them alternatives. And besides being just alternatives, I do believe there is some aspect about being a social animal, regardless of your cognitive difference, that would lend itself in a positive way to having IRL connections with other human beings, even if, before you log off of this, even if it requires merely parallel play. So, meaning like you're just doing things around other people, just being around other people while they do their individual interests. And if your individual interests coincide, you can actually like conversate on that matter and not necessarily need a lot of the other stuff. But if you do need it, there's nothing wrong with that. And if you like some of it, but you don't like it to the degree that everyone else does, that's perfectly fine as well. I am one of those people. I would say that, especially in the last year or so, of discovering what the fuck I'm about, who the fuck I am, after so many years of not really knowing the fuck and who I am, I now know what I like about other people. I know what I can vibe with, and it's probably not going to fall in line with most people I come across in this world. And because of that reason, I can now participate in said vibe and enjoy it to some sometimes uncomfortable degree, but nonetheless, I'm finding there's something useful in it. I don't like anybody for too long. That's perfectly fine. I like to consume content which tells a lot about our society. Well, we live in a society, so there's that. So yeah, that's kind of what I want to talk about a little bit. That's kind of the topic, I guess, at hand that I'm interested in discussing. Let me get some background music. It's so fucking. Oh, I don't. I don't know. I don't know what Ricky's saying. I'm not sure what that's in reference to. Hold on. Let me find some music. I usually like just getting some atmospheric black metal and just playing something chill in the background. I won't blast it. Let me lower this shit. Who knows? I'm gonna make it like a lot lower. I'm gonna talk to people at the same time. Let's see if this is low enough. I don't hear anything. Is that really loud? I just want it to be kind of like background noise. Your mod soft banned me from the server for not being schizoid enough. What? That is not what happened, Ricky. That's not how that works. We don't actually ban anyone from the server for not being schizoid enough. What we do is we have a portion of the server that's for whoever wants to join, and then we take an application process for individuals that either self-identify or self-diagnose after like a lot of thought, or people that have been diagnosed schizoid. And if they're self-diagnosed, then they have to kind of answer the questions a little more detailed. And I've gotten pretty good at sort of kind of going, these answers make sense. Not just the content of the answers, but the way the answers are actually being displayed, discussed. And then I discuss it with my moderation, and we kind of make a decision based on that. And then even if that happens, those people can still hang out in the annex channels, which are fine too, but they're just not the schizoid specific channels, because I kind of want to keep those that way, because I want Zoids to have a little spot for themselves, considering they don't really fit into the world to begin with. So, yeah, that's all that is. So I don't know what soft banning means. Okay. Whatever. I like how this album's called Gorstein. I mean, this band is called Gorstein. It's so nice. It's chill. It's kind of atmospheric black metal chill music. I'll take it. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up the live stream thing. If anybody wants to jump on and talk about the subject that I mentioned, alternative forms of connecting to your world that isn't conventional and interpersonal connection. Right? How do you connect to your fellow man via other proxy sort of forms? And even if you've never thought of it that way, maybe it's time to think of it that way to some degree. That's kind of what's happening, at least in my opinion. If you think I'm wrong or stupid, then absolutely. Yeah, I'm schizo as fuck, but your friends just decided to ban me because I didn't have a bullshit official What? We don't do that. We don't ban people because they don't have an official diagnosis. So I don't know what you're talking about, Ricky. We have plenty of schizoids on the schizoid portion of the server that are self-diagnosed, and we base it off of their oftentimes very detailed explanation of what they undergo based on the questions we post and some of the DSM criteria. Like, it's just because, like, with the DSM, it doesn't really explain shit. So we say, oh, okay, well, pick some DSM criteria and then give us a detailed explanation, if possible, of your own experience. Ricky is segregated from everyone. Okay, well, enjoy feeling like a victim, I guess. I'm not interested, to be honest, because we don't do whatever it is you're claiming we do. And if you keep claiming things that are untrue, I'm going to go ahead and kick you. So, just saying, that's annoying because we don't ban people for not having an official diagnosis. That's bullshit. That is definitely not something we do. Okay. Let me go ahead and open this up. Where is it? Why is it not? Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get this fucking window open, but it's being. Oh yeah, that's weird. Okay, I guess this should be fine. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. So if anybody wants to hop in the Schizoid server, and it's in the annex section, so this portion is actually available to anyone, including people that aren't Schizoid, at least within the Discord server roles. So anybody that's in my server in general can join me and talk to me about the subject to their heart's content. So I am now available to talk to. Go ahead and jump on, and we can chat it up for the next half hour or so, if that's what you so wish. Until then, I will enjoy Gorstein's album is Where All the Rivers Merge. Where All the Rivers Merge, And currently it is the track A Mournful But Fitting End. I'll just enjoy that in the background for a bit until somebody feels like jumping on and talking about this or anything else for that matter. Lichen said would rather connect to animals. Mm-hmm. Sometimes when I hear people like to connect to animals, I mean, I'm not like pooping on this at all. I get it. I get where they're coming from with that stuff. But I'm not saying they do this, but I've heard a lot of people do this often. They oftentimes will anthropomorphize animals, right? They'll kind of like project human thoughts and ideas and emotions and experiences onto an animal for the purposes of connecting to them further than is probably like realistic. And I think that's another form of sort of doing exactly what I'm trying to discuss. But the people that just want to connect to animals on their level, for their reasons, even if they're reasons that they can't comprehend, because they're not they don't have to possess the same cognition, brain, and such, well, then that's perfectly fine as well. And I would assume connecting to a creature that can't um, give you the type of frustrating and misattributing feedback that a human being can often do is far more safe and comfortable than a lot of people will be to connect to. That's my guess. Oh, yeah, and while I wait, I guess I might as well say it. If you like my streams, if you like what I talk about, if you like, uh, I have a lot of shit going on. So, if you like the streams, if you like the videos, if you like the interviews, I have another interview coming up. Hopefully, I'll get that one. I'm dead, but popping in to say it's finally exporting, and I'll log into Discord to send. Oh, thank you, Tay. You are a spicy meatball. Tay, thank you. Um, but in any case, yeah, I have like stuff coming out, videos. If you like the videos, if you like whatever else I work on, if you like the advocacy, if you like the group I've helped create with Joanna of Mind Mastery, another good channel. Look it up, Mind Mastery. If you like any of that stuff and you want to support the project and support my efforts, and I have a lot of ambition and a lot of efforts and a lot of things that I still haven't quite discussed and won't until things, show up as they do. Please support me on Patreon, Ko-Fi or Coffee or whatever the fuck it's called. PayPal if you don't like any of that shit and just want to give me a one-time whatever. Or you can give me ETH. I think I have my Ether and Litecoin and Cardano or something listed on there, so that works. And or Bitcoin. No, Bitcoin. I have Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Cardano. So that's there. So there's a lot of options on how to kind of support my efforts, and I appreciate any one of those because they kind of help turn this into a full-time job to focus all my, working time on schizoid shit. Hey, somebody's got to do it. Nobody else. Well, not nobody else, but there's not too many people that give a fuck enough to want to turn this into a full-time job to capacity. So, as far as trying to get some shit going for us fucking schizo ass motherfuckers. Yeah, supporting all those channels, supporting all those ways, and it's always cool. And if you want something in return, you're not about that donation shit, you could always sign up for the Schizoid. I think we have a waiting list for the next session because we're currently going to be doing 6 sessions. But we have, me and Joanna, like I mentioned, we have a thing where you pay and you get 6 sessions, and we work on with you guys on a lot of shit, like social shit and everything else. Oh, here we go. Ricky, sounding like a victim, bro. Fuck you. One of the tribe members was advocating for me because he saw me as enough schizoid. You've been told me a couple right now ago something along the lines of my question being too abstract. I don't know, man. Bro, if you have a problem, Ricky, just DM my ass, okay? DM me. I don't know when this was. I'm not gonna fucking talk about it on stream right now. So go ahead and DM me on Discord. Alright? DM me on Discord. Reapply. Do whatever. I don't know when this was or who did this or whatever. Okay? If it was a previous situation months ago or something, or a year ago, I don't know. But whatever. Okay? Just DM me or something. I'll reapply. Christ almighty. Oh, Lord. Okay, so anyway. Who's jumping on? Because I'm tired of stalling. I can't even tell you how many people have said like "fuck you" and "you're terrible" to me. It's just, or "this is terrible" or "that's terrible." I'm so just bored of it. Call call Schizoids. Fire. Let me see here. I'm just waiting to see if anybody wants to hop in and just chill, and talk about this subject or anything else. Oh, here we go. My Discord's banned, and I've finally been freed. But your mods are jerks. I want to come on stream. Really, you're gonna spell it "cum" like "cum"? Tay, hi Tay. Tay's one of my moderators on the server. Yeah, mod confirmed. We don't soft ban people for not being schizoid enough, dude. I'll literally check your account for you and figure it out, even though I'm exhausted. And they ha ha ha. Okay. Well, honestly, I'll be honest with you, Ricky. I'm gonna tell you something right now, Ricky. Who the fuck you are? I'm gonna tell you something. The way you're so fucking butthurt about this, the way you're getting so fucking worked up about it, the way you're responding, the way you're typing, the way you're presenting your confusion or upsetness about this matter definitely fucking tells me that you're not the type of person that I want to fucking hanging out with the rest of the fucking schizoids on that server, because my server's chill as fuck. And there's plenty of people there that are chill, and if they have problems, they talk to you about them in an open, good faith manner. What you're doing right now is crying like a bitch. That's what you're doing right now, Ricky. You're crying like a baby. I'm not sure why you think behaving in this manner is going to get you anywhere, especially into someone's server. It's fucking ridiculous. It's hilarious. Like if somebody thought, oh, I was unjustly, this or that. Most schizoids I talk to, like if that's the case, they'll be like, I think this is wrong. These are the following reasons. I believe this is incorrect. What other people should or shouldn't interact with me? I'm not. I don't control that. People control that. Like individual people go, I don't want to interact with you. Okay, Ricky. And considering how you're acting right now, even on this fucking stream, you don't seem like the kind of person I would really want to interact with, and I doubt many people do. So, I don't know what you want from me, Ricky. Fucking acting like a child. Oh, that's fun. I'd rather be talking about something else. You don't speak for everyone else. I know I don't, Ricky. I know I don't speak for everyone else. I'm just fucking me. And unfortunately, it's me and my moderators that decide this shit. So, and now I have a bot. Now I have a bot in the chat. Free VIRT girls chats. Christ almighty. See here. Report. Pornography. Go away. Thank you. Hey, if Ricky keeps being annoying, Tay, can you just go ahead and kick him off chat? Because I don't want to waste my time with that bullshit, man. I have actual people to talk to about stuff like that might help them out, and the subject's on hand. So that's more interesting to me. I don't really like to jump on just to deal with bullshit. I do enough of that at home. Well, not at home, but like in real life, with human beings all around me. It's funny. He's just acting like one of the very reasons I don't like interacting with people in general. So good job, Ricky. You've successfully showed me another of thousands of examples of why I don't like interacting with people in general. Bring me on the street. Now they're making demands. Now they're making demands of me. Holy shit, man. The gall on people. Crazy. Bye bye, Ricky. Just time him out. Whatever. Ricky's drunk. I'm the one drinking, and I guess Ricky's drunk. Anyway, anybody gonna jump on here? I'm fucking bored. Let's talk about this subject or anything else. Even if you think the subject sucks, just jump in. Just whatever. It's funny too because these people all sound the same. Rip Superfan Ricky. Oh, sorry, dumb money. Ricky's gone for now. Ricky will be back, I'm sure. They sound like they're a person with a chip on their shoulder. They really want to go ahead and show to everybody. An exhibitionist of chips, if you will. Be back in less than 300 seconds, maybe. Oh, it's so funny, man. Like, okay? You guys want to know what's really funny? Like, this is what makes it really funny. If Ricky wanted to talk to me, if they wanted to jump on so bad, like, there's nothing stopping them for the most part, except for that they don't have a Discord. Like, when somebody's like, "You banned me from my server, bro, cause that shit's fucked," and then I'm like, "Okay, go on Discord and explain. DM me why you got banned from the server and what's going on. Maybe I can help you." "Nah, I'm banned from Discord, bro. It's fucked." It's like, why are you banned from Discord? And then he tells me to have people, like, have them on. I'm like, how do I do that, man? You're banned from Discord. And it's really funny because we don't vet for people jumping on the annex, which is like the general population section of the server. And so anybody can jump on my stream and talk to me, which is funny because that could be Ricky. Like, Ricky can come and yell at me if Ricky wants. I don't care. But Ricky's banned from Discord, so I don't know how I would have them on anyway. Tay, I would have actually helped him figure out why he thought we was shadow banned, or he was shadow banned, if he was chiller about it. But like, Sai, I know. That's how people be. Flew too close to the sun, so young. So young. Hey, Dumb Money Media, I know what you're up to. Go do your work. You have shit to do. You have other shit to do. Go do that. Don't be jumping on my stream wasting time. You don't have time for real work. You're either done or you're fucking around. So go do whatever it is you gotta do. You already told me you were a busy person. Oh, man. So what, nobody's gonna hop on today? Well, then go do it, you fucking silly fuck. Go do what you gotta do. Dummy. Get out of here. Get off my stream. We'll have it playing on in the background, so it increases my numbers. But get off of it otherwise. Don't chat. Go do things you have to do. So, all right, few options, guys. Go work and get that money. Yeah, go get that money. How do I get on? Well, you have to join the server, Anthony. So if you have a Discord account, you can go, links in the description. You can join the server. If you're not Schizoid, you can join as a non-Zoid, and then you can still jump on my stream. If you are schizoid, there's an application process, and then we have to approve you. And because you have to answer these questions, you could always join as a non-zoid and then like change it later, like apply it later. Like say you just really want to jump on my stream. Like, what's going on here? I got a Sui pill, 45, 455. Who am I talking to? Who is this? Welcome, Squeaky Chair. Welcome, rummaging around sounds and Squeaky Chair. How are you today? Sui pill, 45, 455. What's going on? Prime content. Welcome to the Schizoid X Hour, where we have the best squeaky sounds and breathing. Oh, and the strangulation of hamsters. It looks like they're gone now. Thank you for joining me, strangulating hamsters, squeaky chair, and breathing sounds and rummaging. Welcome to the Schizoid X Hour. Ooh. Hey, Gunny. You there, Gunny?
This is working.
Yeah, I can hear you, Gunny. Do you think that was Ricky? Did Ricky jump on and then change their mind? Or what do you think happened there?
I think it said under their description, it said they're schizoid, so they've been vetted through. So I don't know.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Maybe I was picking. I wasn't trying to pick on them or anything. I was curious. I wanted to like talk to them, but all I kept hearing was like shuffling around and like squeaking chairs and shit, which is fine. I was actually that was content for me. I was enjoying that, so wasn't making fun in any
Could have
real.
been just accidentally stumbled in, or they're trying to figure out.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Maybe they thought this was like a normal VC, huh? They were like,
Or they've been just trying to figure out the settings right now.
oh, okay. Well, they're welcome to come back.
Who knows?
Whatever. All right, Gunny, what are your thoughts on what I've discussed? You can talk about alternative forms of connection for the schizoid, or you can talk about Ricky and how they were annoying. You can talk about any of those things.
I don't know.
Come on, Gunny. Did you just jump on to support the fact that I had no one on?
Well, partially that, but also the subject matter.
Go for it.
I think I agree with you in that, like, I don't connect to people, but like, if you consume any kind of man-made content, you're connecting with somebody.
In some regard, not just anime, it's just any kind of content, any kind of human man-made content. Yeah,
content or some
doesn't matter.
Man-made object or
sometimes
whatever.
objects,
like
objects are
woods.
Objects can be definitely
object or place, wherever.
Yeah, like
but mainly,
it can be architecture. It can be architecture. Literally, like you're like, I have this aesthetic appreciation for architecture. Like it's the same thing. Like it's like, oh, okay, well, humans made it. They worked on it. They put their imagination and thought and feeling into it, and they created it for a variety of reasons. It's still a very kind of tenuous, tangential sort of connection, but nonetheless, it's one.
Yeah, I mean, if those things like mean anything to you, then there's some resonance with whoever that made it with you, like across time and space.
Yep.
It's
not even that much time and not much space sometimes, to be honest. I mean, it's all kind of localized on Earth, right, for the most part. In the great vacuum of the universe, It's actually a very, very small, localized sort of echo chamber, right? Like people always say, like, you live in an echo chamber. I'm like, okay, I know what they're saying, but I'm like, isn't Earth an echo chamber? What are we all in an echo chamber called Earth? But let's just think.
So my sure.
I mean, it's not like you're, unless you believe you are, which is fine. It's not like you're really communicating with any other sentient life other than human beings, on any kind of significant level. Unless you're talking to machine elves via a variety of psychedelics and things like that. In that case, then I can't make that claim.
I'd say there are things to draw from nature. Like a lot of inspirations and such come from nature. Like I haven't watched it, but like the fucking my octopus teacher or whatever, that seemed to say something.
Well, that's what's funny. Even like interpretations of nature are being funneled through a human mind, right? Like they're still being filtered through your own processes and interpretations, and what you are in relation to it, and so on and so forth. So like, it's kind of funny. Like human beings take the symbolic and metaphorical out of everything that surrounds them, including the behavior of animals itself. So it's just funny. Unless they're merely explaining what that behavior is, if they apply any kind of significance to it, it then becomes something man-made in many cases.
I mean, then it's just impossible to not be in an echo chamber, because everything is processed through human cognition.
Ding, 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 ding. That's kind of why I said that earlier.
And unless you're on drugs, and then it's like the usual kind.
Yeah, an alternative form of consciousness that is not conventional and sometimes nature made, but via less treaded roads.
The chair is back.
Oh, cool. Welcome, chair. Welcome. Oh, wait, they're gone again? Or are they back? Are they here?
They're gone again.
They're gone. I keep getting like one of the most prominent guests the stream has ever had, which is squeaky chair and rummaging noise. I'm sorry, Gunny. Look, I'm going to tell you something. It might be difficult for you to hear. Are you prepared for it, Gunny?
Shit.
Okay. I like you, Gunny. You're a cool guy, but I'm sorry, but you just don't hold the light to rummaging sound and squeaky chair. Okay. I'm sure
I accept that.
Rummaging sounds and squeaky chair are on a different level of communication. Gonna need that. I hope one day you'll be able to achieve, but you're not quite there yet. But I believe in you. Okay. I'm there for you.
Yeah. It'll be a journey.
Before you can become the human equivalent to the squeaky chair rummaging sounds. I'm still trying to process what they jumped on to say not that long ago. Some of those squeaks and rummaging was just had more depth than most phrases uttered by human vocal parts.
Yeah. Maybe if we start communicating exclusively rummaging and squeaking, maybe we'll go beyond the human cognition.
I mean, that would give me the exclusive
for
my channel.
We're bound by language.
Yeah,
right.
But that was unbound language, right? Because they were communicating via squeaky chair and sounds of rummaging. That's an entirely different form of non-human communication, at least as long as they're not attempting to do any specific pattern that require that is intentional. If it's unintentional, random movements producing those sounds, then I don't know that I would qualify that as human communication of any kind, unless you get really
Just
deep.
kind
Then
of
maybe.
raw information. If you're not just equipped to interpret
I'm gonna
fully.
I'm gonna get I'm gonna create a channel on Pornhub, and I'm gonna call it Raw Information. The rawest. You want to go raw? Watch Raw Information. Pure, unencumbered data. I'll just.
You know, with the rise of the whole Neuralink and fucking cyberpunk shit,
Yeah, you're gonna be like,
that's gonna
oh,
pop.
bro,
You're gonna be pioneer.
bro, just hook me up, bro. Just hook me up to those raw sounds, man. Like I don't even want to have any human involvement, bro. Like I want some fucking robots to fucking move them chairs around and knock some shit over, and then I want to hear that shit. Raw.
Hey everyone. Thanks for having me on your show, Schizoid Angst.
Oh, well, Gentlo, you're always welcome. Okay, Gentlo, you know what? Okay, since you can type, I'm gonna ask you questions. Okay, now that you introduced yourself. Question number one. Well, Myeloid said you're not Myeloid, which is fine, so I'll just go with that. But why did you, the first time you jumped on? Why did you decide to jump on? What was your reasoning? Why, Gentlo? Why did you decide I'm going to jump on this stream, remain muted, and just fuck around? I want to know your honest answer, Gentlo.
I had never watched your streams before, so I wanted to see what it was about.
Okay. Now that you've watched a significant amount of them, because you've been on quite a few times, what is your verdict? Be honest. You can give me a troll answer, fuck around, bullshit answer. I appreciate an honest one, if you could. There's no rush. I got time.
I like your streams. You're the leader of the Schizoid movement.
It took that long to type that. The Schizoid movement. The ultimate in bowel movements.
You are called leader.
I am leader. I hate that. I hate that I'm a leader of anything. Gunny, would you want to be the leader of anything?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
But I see you more as an organizer.
I'm an
Thanks.
organizer of the Autonomous Collective. A madman. A complete madman that has decided to create the impossible merely out of spite for his own existence. It's kind of what I'm doing, I'll be honest. Just a big fuck you to my personal resentment for existing oftentimes. I think is what I'm doing if you want to talk about the more selfish nature of my personal goals. But no, but Consulinger. Skizilluminati. Don't worry, X. I'll stab you, Julius Caesar style, if you ask me to. Only in the butt, Tay. Tay, only in the butt. Okay. Et tu, Brutus? As I get pegged from. Schizoid angst. Would you like to dance? Well, jump on and talk to me if you want to dance. I don't have a Discord, only a phone, and I Snapchat. Congratulations, Rick. You can get Discord on your phone. Don't want to get involved with that shit any longer. Alright, Ricky. You be you, man. Fuck the haters. Fuck Angst. He's one of them haters. Welcome back, Ricky. Sorry you had to get a small itty-bitty timeout. Itty-bitty timeout committee. Wait, I was asking for us to meet and fall in love. Oh, well, no, unfortunately, that's impossible, Anthony. But for a small price of only $10 a month on my Patreon, you're absolutely welcome to create whatever parasocial erotomania situation you want to create in your mind that you don't share with me or anyone else for the remainder of your existence. You're more than welcome for that service. Anthony King, you can go ahead and go the full erotomania route. Just don't include me IRL in it, or go around telling people. But if you want to go ahead and do your completely internal world erotomania episode involving yours truly, I am absolutely okay with that, Anthony King. One who presents themselves as God is dishonorable. Yes, I agree. Yeah, Ricky, if you don't even have a
Long live
Discord,
Schizoid Angst, our savior. One Schizoid people, one Schizoid server, one Schizoid leader.
the one ring to rule them all, the power glove. Ricky, if you don't have a Discord, how did the moderator shadow ban you, Ricky? Oh Lord! I hear typing. Who's typing?
I just had a couple thoughts about the subject matter.
Oh, okay. What's up?
So, we say it's a human connection, but it's still not.
I'm not saying it's. I'm not saying it's
typical.
not. It's just not a typical. What's typically considered to be a human connection?
It's atypical, but there's still like a big component of like kind of back and forth feedback that's missing.
Absolutely. Oh, back and forth feedback. Oh yeah. No, that there is a component that's missing. Missing only if you consider that to be something that's missing. But I would say in some degree it would be. To some degree. Unless, like, say you were two different writers writing stories that are kind of like a form of conversation back and forth between the individual authors, then there would be that via a kind of non-personal format. So that's possible. I've seen that happen. I don't know how familiar you are with, even in academia, like especially in the philosophical world, when you're talking about people literally writing books as a response to someone else's book, right? And never actually like having that conversation in person with that person. So,
But like a prerequisite to that is you have to be kind of successful in that, or if the like the kind of the area, say like forum or whatever,
Mhm.
like a fanfic writer or something is much smaller in scale, but both of which kind of requires some platform or medium to
I mean,
work with.
it can be something as simple as like, okay, let's just say fanfic since you said it. Like if there was like this kind of like shipping, you know what I mean by shipping, right? That people do online.
Right.
Like it could be like, this is best ship between these characters, and then someone else is like, no, it is this, and then both of them can write a piece of fiction, kind of uh, extrapolating why this is best ship via whatever narrative they create, and then somebody else can like write a response to that without necessarily vocalizing it, saying no, this ship bad, this ship better, without actually ever interacting with that person. It can be as small as that, and I find that
Mm.
fascinating because that's like a form of kind of overlooked human communication that I think
Yeah.
is pretty precious, honestly.
Another thing is that like it just internet made that so much more like approachable.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%.
And
Yeah, because it's just
yeah, and
anyone can
yeah,
publish anything at this point.
another thing that I had in mind was how like I mean there's argument to be made for either, but this kind of connection is often through like some kind of work. But that kind of work has been worked through like for a long time. Like people can like kind of amend it, like revise it in a way that end product is kind of highly polished version of whatever they want to.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Maybe that makes it more genuine. I don't know.
No, no, I don't know if this was you, Matt, Gunny, but like I guess a popular example would be like amendments in the American Constitution, right? Like it's kind of interesting to think that something was written so many years ago. Uh, Individuals in the future are attempting to keep to the ideals or the spirit of what was conveyed. But since the originators of such a thing created a system in which things can be changed and amended based on the passing of time, they are then interacting with ideas that were presented from the human mind, a brain, if you will, in the past, a brain that is now long decayed and gone. And nonetheless, there is a form of communication occurring there. Um,
But when you start involve like more than like people other than the original makers, it starts to kind of distort the message.
well, I mean, it could happen, right? Absolutely. But I mean, it depends on your perspective on that matter, right? If you want to get into like fun stuff like what is it, the uh, unconscious collective and Akatosh records and all that good stuff, that gets into a whole different ballpark of thought. Or people that believe that we're all merely pieces of the same sentience, right? Then time and space becomes more and more irrelevant. Whatever. That's just fun stuff. That's just metaphysical fun stuff.
That's too big brain for me.
It's not big brain. It's just fun, silly, metaphysical nonsense.
Yeah, once you start talking the metaphysical stuff, that it kind of is.
What, big brain? I would consider it that. It's something, but I don't consider it like big brain. It's just like only because it can get complicated, but I don't perceive it as requiring any degree of greed or intelligence. It's just a different way
It
of
at
thinking.
least takes a lot of brain power to. Like, we're supposed though it's supposed to be like abstract or meta and such, but like it's like epistemology, knowledge of knowledge. That kind
all
of
that fun
busts
shit.
me up.
Stuff's fun.
It's fun, but it's still hard to understand. It's
Oh,
time.
okay. Well, I mean, but I'm sure there's plenty of things, Gunny, that you understand that I would have trouble understanding. So that's kind of what I'm trying to say.
Maybe.
Right. Like if somebody tried to explain to me something very much in the material world that's very complex and requires a significant amount of steps, and on top of that, you add the factor of me being not necessarily interested in it, it will definitely be difficult for me to retain that information, learn it, and apply it the same way that that individual can, regardless of its very much material, non-metaphysical nature, right? So I think there's a lot of components involved in how we define a lot of that shit. So that's my thought on it. Let's see here. Text chat. I mean, shower angst and Patreon dollars and come, especially come, more specifically come. It will make you love stronger. Emoji face tongue, emoji face money, money bag, flying money, money bag, emoji face money tongue, rocket, 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 squirt, 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 squirt. Thank you, Dumb Money Media, for that. Anyway, if anyone having an issue getting into the Discord, Annex, or Schizoid, DM me at Taito7101, and I'll try to figure
Would
it out
kill
for
and
you.
die for schizoid angst.
Okay, well, thank you for that, gentle.
I think you just scared someone up. Like somebody jumped in and immediately left because you were saying scored over and over again.
If that's the case, that's amazing. I'm merely referring to what I'm seeing emoji wise. Anyway, let's see here. But anyway, everyone is entitled to a chance or whatever optimistic blah. That's not true, Tay. Some people are definitely not entitled to a second chance. I'm kidding. No. Actually, yeah, there are some instances, in my opinion, in which an individual is not entitled to a second chance. Like murdering children. Like I would say, oh well, yeah, I don't care. Just throw them in the wood chipper. You murdered kids, in some malevolent fashion. I'm not talking like the accidental or like the unintended consequences of war or something like that. No, I'm not referring to that. I'm referring more to you just got off on killing innocent people or something. Yeah, just go ahead and throw them in the wood chipper. I don't need no second chances on that one. I'll live with it. I'll be okay with it. I'm okay. Right in the wood chipper. I'm okay. They'll be all right. They'll understand why I threw them in the wood chipper. If they understood why they murdered innocent people to get off, they'll understand why I threw them in the wood chipper. And if they don't, well, that's not my problem. Simple as that. What do you think, Gunny? Is that a little harsh? Is that a little too harsh?
It's very reasonable as long as you make use of the chipped parts, compost or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay. I'll just put.
Some good in.
Yeah, I'll put them. I'll make some sausage out of it, and then go ahead and give you some breakfast. How's that sound, Gunny?
That's good.
All right.
Also, there's some stuff in the chat that's.
Oh, we got stuff in chat. Let's see here. I used to connect to world through being interested in history. Albert Fish deserved a second chance. What about casual, non-harmful, totally joking tax fraud? No, tax fraud's perfectly okay. Theoretical in Minecraft tax fraud, I'm totally okay with, and it's funny. This is all Minecraft, of course. It's always Minecraft. Anything we talk about, schizoids only exist in Minecraft anyway. So, um, I'm not sure. Is that what you wanted me to read in chat, or are you referring to the history reference? Because Gunny, did you think, oh, because
What's
somebody
the
said,
most schizoid food?
what I was going to say, I'll answer that.
Also, yeah, the thing about history thing, because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know
You
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 did
probably thought like, oh,
masters in
Ank's
history,
got a
so
master's of history, so Ank must have some really interesting shit to say about.
that is exactly me.
I knew that's what you thought, Gunny. I read your mind. No, I get what you're saying, Apple. I didn't really. I kind of thought I connected to people in the more meta history stuff. I still do because I do have a fascination with it. So I get exactly what you're referring to, and unfortunately, the academic world is something I can't connect to. It sickens me. So all crimes only exist in Minecraft. Of course, all crimes are in Minecraft. That's why Minecraft is the worst thing humankind has ever created. Because all the crimes are there. All the worst, most awful crimes are in Minecraft. It's a sick place. Sick. So the schizoid food. Somebody, Gentle asked, "What is the most schizoid food?" I mean, see, it's such a vague question. Like, you're not even asking me like region or even nation or culture, right? Like, you're just asking me the most schizoid food. Unfortunately, there isn't enough research. There hasn't been enough contests. There hasn't been just enough analysis of what that would even mean and how that would be quantified. So, unfortunately, I can't give you a definitive answer, Gentle, as to what is the most schizoid food. But um, I would say a pretty schizoid food would be something from a part of the world that has a lot of culture that is very okay with isolation on an individual level, that doesn't require a whole lot of interpersonal communication. If there's a culture that makes that sort of food, that's oftentimes uses emotional attachment to cope with the harshness of existence, I would say food from such a location would be closer to a very schizoid food if you're referring to like who produces said food. It's most schizoid. If that's the case, this is kind of funny because I just remembered. It would be something like pierogi, like Polish pierogi, Eastern European pierogi. Finland would work too, but like I would say Eastern European because they would have some of that. In some of those countries, they would have some of that isolated nature, but also the kind of like downtrodden like distrust with humanity. So I would say an Eastern European food like pierogi, a dehydrated astronaut food. If you're talking about like aesthetically, then I would say yeah, that'd be a pretty good contender. I would say that would be a pretty decent contender. I like how like only Gunny jumped on to talk about the actual subject. It's fucking amazing. I hope that answered your question at all. I tried my best.
For me, it's oatmeal.
Just oatmeal. Just oatmeal. Fucking hilarious. You're not even specifying just regular oatmeal, like non flavored oats with like not even cooked in milk, just like fucking boiled in water. Just oats boiled in water. And take it a step further, make it the hard cut, I think, oats. Like, it's those real thick ones. Hard cut, non flavored oats boiled in water. Oh,
Tap water, very important.
wait, tap water. Oh, yeah, tap water, more specifically. Good, Gunny. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. All right, so it gruel, exactly. I think gruel is a good one. Because boy or tough, because boiling of a piece of food, I think produces the most bland version of anything possible. Like, if you grill a piece of chicken, like, let's just say a piece of chicken, right? You get a piece of chicken and you grill it. Even if you don't add a single bit of seasoning to it, the process of grilling it is going to give it some kind of flavor. If you boil that same piece of chicken, somehow it's going to be less flavorful because you're not like caramelizing the fat, I guess, in many regards. It's going to be more bland than a grilled piece of chicken or a baked piece of chicken. Boiling always makes everything blender. Boiling is how you get broth, but I'm not talking about the broth, Gunny. Now, if you're talking about the broth, it's different. Somebody was trying to say something? Somebody said something.
I'm saying, like, boiled hot dogs, man.
A bowl of hot dogs.
Boiled hot dog.
Boiled hot dog. Now, see, boiled hot dogs are still incredibly flavorful because they are usually packed full of sodium and all sorts of other ingredients.
Exactly, that's what I'm arguing.
Well, I mean, but I wouldn't consider that to be bland. What I'm saying.
Got me there. But that's basically, I jumped on just to say that.
By the way, before you leave, because the stream is almost ending, so all the previous times you jumped on and squeaked your chair and didn't say anything, it was all with eventually the intention of mentioning that boiled hot dogs are great importance.
Absolutely, man.
Works for me. Can't question that logic.
Actually, I record. I trying to connect, and then it would kind of cut in and out, kind of like what it's doing right now. And I can hear you like after what 20 seconds.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe it's because you have the stream on at the same time, or something. But
Yeah, probably.
or some silly shit like that. But what brings you here, Suey Pill 45 455? Besides boiled hot dogs.
Nothing. Really. I'm like on the Schizoid Reddit. I kind of been watching your stuff, and that's.
All right, that works for me. Well, if you ever want to talk about any specific subject that I'm discussing or any other matter, for provide me that free content with your voice, you're more than welcome to in the future.
All right. Nope. Anyway, see ya.
See ya, Suey Pill 45 455. Okay, Ricky, what is happening? Yeah, I don't understand this is. What? How would I bring Ricky? How would I bring you on? This isn't a radio show, Ricky. I don't just send you a phone number and you call it, Ricky. I can't bring you on. You have to come on yourself, Ricky. It's a Discord server. You join it with a Discord account and then you jump on. I can't bring you on, Ricky. I can't. I don't have the power to manifest you. I can't summon you. I can't invoke you. I can't invoke you into my streams, Ricky. What the fuck do you want me to do, Ricky? Oh Lord! Hey guys, we just gotta channel Ricky's energy. We gotta channel Ricky's energy and somehow get him on this fucking stream. And we're just not doing enough channeling to somehow get Ricky on here. Holy shit! This stream has taken years off my life. I crave shitty ramen solitude now. So bye, humans. Call me back from the dead if I need to ban any more bots. Nah, you're good. And Tay, remember, as disgusting as it may be, you're a human too. I hear you. If you pay $1,000 a month on Ank's Patreon, he will manifest you. That's the secret. All right, there you go, Ricky. If you want to be manifested through an occult means by me onto my stream, it will take at least $1,000 a month. Then I will do everything in my power to use my my cult abilities to somehow communicate with you via via magical means to have you on my Discord server without having a Discord account and getting on my stream. I will somehow make that happen. I think I can. No, the fuck I'm not. By it's okay. Tay. Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. Anyway, all right. I'm tired. This stream's over. I know it wasn't as long as the usual one because I started kind of late, but whatever. No one's jumping on talking about the subject anyway, except for Gunny. And Squeaky Chair jumped on just to tell me about boiled hot dogs. So gotta love this stream. Fucking the most useless goddamn advocacy and support, or whatever the fuck you want to call stream. I certainly hope it helps somebody just to listen to whatever the fuck it is I'm attempting to create here. So, if you like content, Patreon, Coffee, Ko-Fi, fucking Litecoin, Cardano, I don't give a fuck. Send it to my Coinbase. Fucking super chat me, super thanks me for videos that change your life. If there was like a video that I made on my YouTube channel that you went
Who would
like,
literally
oh my
kill
god,
and rape for schizoid angst.
Okay. If there's anything on my channel that you were like, oh, I really like that video, it really changed my whole life, go ahead and think about how much changing your life is worth, and then give it a dollar amount, and then send it to me. Or if you just like to beat off to the sound of my voice, that's fine too. I'll take money for that as well, as long as it goes in the right directions. Yeah, but outside of that, yep. Oh, wonderful. So just real quick, Alprazolam. The stream is about to end, so I'm gonna give you the last word here. What did you want to say?
I didn't realize this was like a streaming voice chat. I thought
Oh,
it was just like
you're currently, unfortunately, you're being currently recorded. This is a live stream. That's why it's listed under a live stream. This is the live stream for the owner of the server, / the YouTube channel, advocate for Schizoid and Schizoid related things. So yeah, you've jumped on my live stream, and currently you're saying things with about I think it's only like 11 people on here right now. It'd probably be viewed by at least 200 later.
Damn, that's hilarious. Okay, well, hello.
Welcome. Did you not read the name of the channel BC before you jumped on?
Nope, I did not.
You just saw like, oh, there's people on. I'm jumping on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I recognize your icon from that shitty point and click game with the little car.
Yeah, it's a putt putt.
Putt putt.
From,
Thank you. Putt putt.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Putt putt, the most based of based. So all right. Well, glad you jumped on and said absolutely nothing. The best content only on my channel, Schizoid Angst channel. Okay, guys, thanks a lot for anybody that jumped on for any reason. By the way, Alprazolam, if you ever want to talk about any subjects relating to what I'm talking about in the stream or future reasons, future events, you may do so. You are more than welcome to. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Bye bye, Putt Putt. Bye bye, Gentlol. Bye bye, Gunny. And I'm going to go ahead and play a nice little outro. Maybe a couple of songs. This has been a very chaotic experience. Well, it's my life, so. And we'll see what I'll play while this happens. And let me find some fun little track. First, my usual. I gotta play this. This is just like requirement.
Please remember that when you feel scared or frightened, never forget the times when you feel happy. When day is dark, always remember happy day.
And slowly you come to realize it's all as it should be. You can only
It's streamed tonight.
do so much. If you're game enough, you could place your trust in me. For the love of life, there's a trade-off. We could lose it all, but we'll go down fighting. What of the children? Surely they can't be blamed for our mistake. And slowly I've come to realize it's all as it should be. That hiding space a lonely place. How can the right thing be so wrong? I found mistakes where they don't belong. For the love of life will defeat this. They may tear us down, but we'll go down fighting.